Great content is just great content without the right kind of effort and amplification aspect behind it, right? That was something that was really important to me is how do I amplify great content and really raise a brand's awareness? And that's really where influencer marketing was kind of that next level, that next step.
Really, the goal was to find an authentic way to reach new audiences and really trying to identify who of these influencers were reaching the people I wanted to get to that I couldn't necessarily get to. But it wasn't really till AWS and that we started to put a real program together. And there I really started the influencer program for all of EMEA for AWS. And so it really grew as a pretty good program. And since then, I brought that program over to Avanti.
Influencer marketing was always a part of it. It was, a tactic that could really help us reach that KPI we were trying to inform.
We looked to more formalize the program and build a program based on our industries that we focus on in the US, and also based on our key topic areas that we focus on. So sustainability and AI as well. So it's been an evolution over the past couple of years, but I'd say this year we're really hitting our stride with how our team is focused on the influencer community.
I really had to find a way to learn. And rather than approaching it through like structured learning, which was time consuming and costly, I hit the podcasts, I dusted off my Twitter account, and I built up a learning strategy around influencers and their online content. What I found was this really robust ecosystem. For financial services, it was around fintech, but through the lens of the incumbents. So it was this really interesting way to learn about this industry coming in.
These are key opinion leaders who are experts in their fields, experts in their industries, and they have a fantastic audience that they are continuing to educate. So we want to leverage that to educate our customer base as well. So it's not a sales conversation, it's very much an education opportunity.
Not that we've done it before, it was brand new, at least in the business unit that I was in. And so it sort of evolved over time, and that was about 5 or so years ago. And to Nada's point earlier, like trying to discover them, it's like living in spreadsheets and hashtags on Twitter or other platforms. And, obviously the evolution of being able to do that at scale has been really important.
I think for me as well, just being able to identify influencers that we have turned into IBM advocates. So, even if it's just like a set of key influencers that we've worked with them over the years and are kind of always on campaigns. And the fact that, we've managed to turn them into IBM advocates is a huge success for me. And also being able to introduce them to our subject matter experts. And that's one of the things that I've had really positive feedback from our SMEs and from the sales teams, is that they found it really beneficial and kind of they really value being introduced to like-minded thought leaders and industry experts.
And really try to tell our complex stories in a much easier way. We implemented and integrated employee thought leadership, employee advocacy, and influencer marketing. And first we identify influencers with global knowledge or influence, and then we take the next level. Okay, looking into your market area, who are your internal subject matter experts? And maybe sometimes we even start to build their profile first.